Systematics of living organism. In the system of classification, the term like taxon and categories are generally used. Then what is meant by category and what is meant by taxa? Category, rank or level in hierarchical classification. If you observe the category, in the hierarchical classification, kingdom is the highest category and species is the lowest category. Taxon. Taxon is a concrete unit of classification representing particular group of organism. Like category kingdom shows Animalia, Plantae. So when we say Animalia, give us an idea that it represents the concrete unit of group of organism in a classification. Like Animalia, all the animals are heterotrophic. They can locomote from one place to the another place. If we take a taxon Plantae, that also represent a concrete unit of a classification. This particular group of organism shows autotrophic in their nature. They can go for the process of photosynthesis, can prepare their own food material. So that it is about the Animalia, Plantae, chordates. This chordates also represents a group of organism. All the animals, they have a notochord, presence of heart towards the ventral side. In some, notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Pharyngeal gill slits are present, at least during embryonic developmental stage. Anal tail is also present in such a way that taxon, it represents a particular group of organism, and category is a rank or level in classification. Highest category is a kingdom and lowest category is a species. The next, that categories as well as the taxon are generally used in that classification. Each category is referred to as a unit of classification. In fact, it represents a rank or a level and is commonly termed as a taxon. Like Animalia, taxon Animalia, it belongs to the highest category, kingdom. Taxon Plantae is also belongs to the highest category, kingdom. Okay. Like if we take the phylum chordates are belongs to the phylum. Instead of that, the non-chordates, they shows Porifera, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, all are the phylum, category phylum, and all those are the examples of a taxon. If we take a category phylum, it shows a taxon from the kingdom Animalia as Porifera, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, in such a way. Now, a taxonomic unit such as a genus or order of any rank like higher taxa, subspecies are also partially objective but partly based on human decision also. Now, if we take a three domains of a life, it is another thing which we should know while studying the systematics of animal, and that it is an important thing. Three domains of life. In a three domains of life, you can observe it is believed that the life is get originated on earth in a very simple form. So whenever we are going to discuss about the origin of a life on earth, which came from the Oparian-Haldane theory of chemical evolution of life. So we are going to say easily, as we study these theories, we can say the first speck of a life is get arised into the seawater. This first speck of life, it is very simple, as the constant struggle of the simple early living beings gave rise to more and more perfect forms of the life, which we can say from simple to complex. And this struggle and progression from simple to complex is an evolution, which leads to the formation of different life or different life forms of an organism. These three domains of life was proposed by the scientist Carl Lewis in 1990, who proposed the three domains of life to classify the living forms. These three living forms are archaea, bacteria, and eukarya. Here in front of you, these are the three domains as archaea, bacteria, and eukarya. They gave us an idea with the help of this representation, as all these three forms are evolved from the common ancestor. Domain is an unit larger than kingdom. In the system of classification, one can observe the bacteria and archaea both have prokaryotic nature of their cell. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. So the cell who have a primitive type of a nucleus. That means the genetic material of the cell is present in cell cytoplasm itself. It is not covered with the help of nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. Definite nucleus is absent in the case of prokaryotic cell. Next, if we take the eukarya have an eukaryotic nature. The cell is an eukaryotic cell. Eu means advanced, karyon means nucleus. So the cell who shows an advanced kind of the nucleus, it is called as a eukaryotic cell. And third domain, eukarya, is belongs to the eukaryotic nature. All the three domains have very unique similarities, and that it is what? All they have an rRNA, ribosomal RNA. So the classification, it is depend upon that thing, whether they have an rRNA, what kind of it is. Out of these three, archaea are known for their survival in very extreme condition. Extreme condition like very high temperature at the hot water stream nearby the volcanoes, very saline medium like in marshy places, marine water, acidic condition, and very cold temperature, very cool temperature. So in that diverse condition, in that extreme condition also, the archaea can be alive. Bacteria, though are prokaryotic, differ from the archaea in their structure of the cell wall. Actually, that archaea and bacteria, we have put both of those from the prokaryotic cell. Till they have a difference in between them in the relation of their structure of a cell wall. So only are get separated from each other. The next, while classification of the animals, the number of things are taken into the consideration on the basis of what they have to be classified into the different group. Then what is an actual criteria have to be considered, have to be taken into the consideration while making the group of these organisms. How we can place the organisms in a different group? That it shows a chemotaxonomy. In the case of chemotaxonomy, you can observe it is a method of biological classification based on similarities and differences in the structure of certain compounds present among the organisms, being classified on that basis. In short, it is the classification based on chemical constituents of an organism. whether they shows similar chemical component or not. Example, Archaea cell wall is without peptidoglycan, and that of Prokarya is with peptidoglycan. That means here we have a basis to make a two group. Archaea, they do not show the peptidoglycan in their cell wall, but Prokarya, they shows a peptidoglycan in their cell wall. Both are belongs to the prokaryotic cell. Among eukarya, further you can observe the fungi. The fungus have chitinous cell wall, while plant have cellulosic cell wall. Yes, it's okay. In that eukarya, plant and animals are belong, but the plant and animals are further get separated from each other on the basis of component of their cell wall. As fungi have a chitinous cell wall and plant have a cellulosic cell wall. Numerical taxonomy was given by the scientists Sokal and Smith in 1963. The system is based on quantification of characters and develops an algorithm for classification. The basic aim of this taxonomy was to create a taxonomy using numeric algorithms like cluster analysis rather than using the subjective evolution of their properties. That means instead of taking the number, here we are going to take a cluster or group of characters. Cladogram. As now only we have studied in the case of three domains of life, this is a cladogram. This cladogram is a typical branching pattern. It represents a hypothetical relationship denoting a comparison of organism and their common ancestor. Like common ancestor and the organisms are compared as prokarya and eukarya. Prokarya bacteria, archaea, eukarya, eukaryota. So this is about the good example of a cladogram. Instead of that, we can take another example of a cladogram. All the mammals are get evolved from the common ant-eater ancestor. This common ant-eater ancestor gives the descendants in the form of old world monkeys, new world monkeys, lemurs, tarsiers, hominoids, apes and human beings. In this way. The next one, phylogeny. In the case of phylogeny, it is an evolutionary relationship of organism. It takes into an account not merely the morphological status but also the relationship of one group of organism with other groups of life. The system helps to understand the evolution and also focuses on the similarities of their metabolic functioning. Wu's three domains concept and Whitaker's five kingdom system, these are very good example of phylogenetic relationship. Phylogeny, the branch of biology which deals with the study of present organism in the relationship of their ancestors. That means there is a study of ancestors and descendants in the case of phylogeny. Then DNA barcoding. We'll discuss about that thing into the next lecture. It's all for today.